Here we go. Okay, I am very sorry. I did post it to the inner circle in the Telegram group, not to the Imaginators. So, yeah, and then I
Here
will
we
post
go.
it. I will post it to the community in just a moment. So, thank you all very much for your patience. We are sorry for the delay. Um, I sent the wrong link out.
Hey.
So,
Craig.
all right. Well, thank you all very much for joining us. It is that time for the Inner Circle breakthrough session, and we appreciate you joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule. It's 3:05 p.m. Pacific, 6:05 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it is where you are watching, because you are watching us right now, whether it's replay or live. So thank you all very, very much. We do appreciate the fact that you've joined us here. And let's go ahead and get things rolling. First of all, a very nice inner circle welcome, because we haven't done it officially in the inner circle, to Deborah Grady, Dad for Autism, aka Lucas Shoemaker, and Deb Carlson for being a part of the inner circle. There's Lucas. How you doing? And let's see if I see anybody else. Okay, we're going to be waiting on everybody else whose name I just announced to join us. So it is time for the inner circle, and we appreciate the fact that you're here. We appreciate that you're sharing all of our great information, especially our shorts, because it helps us grow our community. Right now, we have 7,083 subscribers. We are on our way to 7,100. Let's get that 7,100 number. And, of course, more than that, too. So, that being said, if you want to ask Robert a question as part of our breakthrough session, it's very simple to do. To raise your hand, or you can ask your question in either of the chats, whether you're on Zoom or on YouTube. Now, if you want to ask Robert personally, very easy to do. Put your cursor on the screen in Zoom. This is the only way you can talk to Robert, not through YouTube. But if you want to talk to Robert directly in Zoom, put your cursor in the middle of the screen. On the bottom, you'll see a bunch of buttons. You want to look for reactions. When you click on the reactions button, then click on raise hand, and that will notify us that you would like to speak with Robert. If the reactions button is not there, click on the three dots that have the more button, and then click on reactions, and then click on raise hand. So you've got several options to pose a question to Robert, as this is the Inner Circle, and we are here for breakthrough sessions. Let's get it going. Just want to catch up with a few other things. So, Robert, why don't you go ahead and take it away? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis!
Craig, thank you so much. And again, I apologize for Craig not having his stuff together. That's happened like 0 times. So, Craig. So today we're really going to get into just a couple of quick things, and then right into helping you guys get past your limiting beliefs and get into moving. The first thing I want to do with this one is, Craig, I sent you a YouTube link, and I thought it would be really cool if we started out. You let me know when you're done. But you know, one of the things that I know is if someone asked you, you know, I did the Guitar Buddy, I believe, on the Imagination, I think. And one of the things I want each and every one of you to know is that let's say that you're going to show somebody something, how to do something. And I was going to show you how to be an auto mechanic, or I was going to show you how to build an organizations of hundreds of thousands of people that are responsible for your income. I do not know of a way to teach you other than you doing. It's sort of like this push-up thing, right? And I think that a lot of people, they just don't want that click and make that decision that, you know, I would like thousands of people responsible for my income So each and every day I should have some kind of measurable results toward my dream, my imagination. Does that make sense to you guys? And so no matter what you're doing and building, know that you can get freedom and also any kind of income you want by helping other people get what they want. And I just constantly want to remind you guys of that, because when people reach out to me and say, I see, that just tells me that you're not trying to do it for others. Did you ever think of that? So I have somebody reach out to me. I don't know why I'm not doing this. I don't know the proper thing to do. I don't know where to find people. See, when all you're doing is saying what if that one little click was, I will find a way to get better every day at helping somebody else receive an extra income in their family. Because I'm telling you, that's what made the shift from me to earning like 500, 700,000 a year to making multiple millions a year, is when I said, I want to walk on stage, and this is the speech that I'm going to give as super affiliate. When I said, I want the top 10 people to be all of my people. So, you can always see that, right? And so Craig's got a quick video that I want to send you. I posted it in the community and stuff, but I just want you guys to listen to this short video, and then Craig will share you with the link afterwards.
Percent. Don't use their vocabulary. Don't use. Here's what I'm asking you to do. Walk away from the 97%. Don't use their vocabulary. Don't use their excuses. Don't use their method of drift and neglect. Won't even walk around the block for their health. Won't even eat an apple a day. Won't even take the time to refine their philosophy for a better life. Walk away and join the 3%. Guess how many people can retire from the income of their own personal resources when it comes time to retire? Answer, 5%. In America, 5% of the people are independent. 95% are dependent. Take charge of your own retirement, you can multiply it at least by 5. Let the government take care of it, some company take care of it, you got to divide by 5. I'm asking you, take charge of your own retirement. Take charge of your own life. It happens to be one of the titles of my own cassette program, Take Charge of Your Own Life. That's what we've talked about here all morning. Take charge of your own day. Don't have days like most people have. You'll wind up broke and poor. Pennies, no treasures. Trinkets, no values. Change it all. And it starts as simple as an apple a day. It starts as simple as the first book of your new library. It starts as simple as the first journal that you get, and make the first entry that when people see it will say, this is the beginning of a study of a serious student. They're going to be healthy. They're going to be powerful. They're going to be rich. They're going to have it all. Look, they've committed themselves to a whole new journey. I'm asking you to do that. But what's easy to do is what? Easy not to do. But walk away from the 90%. Walk away from the 97%. Walk away from the 95%. Don't go where they go. Don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. Develop you a whole new language. Be part of the few. Guess when I went and got this little book, Richest Man in Babylon? Guess when I went and got it? The same day I heard about it. I went and got it. Somebody says, well, Mr. Rohn, does that make you different than most everybody else? And the answer is yes. Somebody says, well, why is that? We don't know. What do we know? You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. All we know is some get the spark and say, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my health. I'm going to change my relationship with my family. I'm going to change everything. And if it starts with an apple, if it starts with a walk around the block, if it starts with a book, if it starts with a journal, Whatever it starts with. I'm a candidate. I'm ready to go and change my life. I invite you on that journey. Once you look back on it, you will never turn back. You'll never go back to the old ways and the old language and the old neglect. Never. Cardiovascular problems alone in America create over 1,000 funerals a day. And 70% of it is neglect. I'm asking you not to hope they're going to fix this out here next year so that you'll be healthier. I'm asking you to pick up some new disciplines so that you will be healthier. Drive yourself to do it. Book by book, entry by entry. It's all available for you.
Thanks, Craig. You guys hear me okay? So yeah, it's funny. I am so blessed to have him as a mentor. And one time I asked him, I said, how many people have gone to your seminars and done nothing? And he goes, that's a very interesting question, Robert. I went, God dang, I fell right into it again. And he goes, I don't know why you didn't ask me what you thought the common denominator of the people who went to one of my seminars and changed their family tree. Why were you focused on how many people didn't do anything instead of focusing on how many people did something? I went, damn. And that reminds me of the, I've shared with you guys that one of my favorite movies is Defending Your Life with Meryl Streep and Albert Brooks. And there's a phrase in there because as he's defending his life, he keeps asking his lawyer questions. And he goes, you're really interested on what average people do. So that's your focus. Your focus is what does an average person do? Wow. Why isn't your focus on what successful people do? So just thought I'd open up with that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And let's open it up for some questions. Let's help people get some breakthroughs.
Absolutely. And I see that Jody Falcon and Bill Shoemaker have their hands up, but we're going to go first to Bill Shoemaker. He was the first one to raise his hand. So Bill, go ahead, open up and please share with us.
Thank you, Craig. You need no introduction. The incredible facilitator of the Imaginators and Inner Circle, Mr. Craig Jackman. Amazing
Bless you,
man.
my friend. Thank you.
And of course, we have the Imaginator of all Imaginators, Mr. Robert Hollis and his son, Matthew Hollis. Love you guys.
Love you.
Am I getting any better?
The same.
Okay, I'm trying to get better. Oh, well, there is no failure. Just keep trying.
No,
Keep trying.
I didn't say better or worse. I just said the same.
So I just wanted to congratulate my son for joining the Inner Circle.
That's
He was
awesome.
here, Lucas Shoemaker, and he's having a lot of success on his playing games online. He's getting views and he's kicking my butt on YouTube, that's for sure. He's got, I think he's got one going towards 10 grand, 10,000, one short. Yeah, amazing. And I wanted to reach out and thank, I wanted to reach out.
9.8.
There he is. There he is. Huh?
Welcome,
9.8. Welcome. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, 9,800 views.
If I can motivate your father, imagine what you're going to do.
Yeah. Speaking on that just real quick, I have 3 more videos that's went over 1,000 views already. So now just rolling.
Isn't it fun watching progress? I'm addicted to it.
I'm always looking at my YouTube studios. Okay, I'm gonna do this a little different. Okay, that proved it. Yeah, I'm addicted. I'm just like, every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, you're a perfect example of what I said. You know, learning by doing is the only way you can really learn how. And
Right.
I still watch a lot of videos from vidIQ and some of the people that are teaching stuff. And you know, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. So
Right.
the only way that you can fail, Lucas, at making whatever amount of money is important to you with your YouTube channel is quit.
Yeah. 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 And I just watched, like last night, I watched a little clip from Mr. Beast, how he started out. And that's kind of how I'm starting out. The
Yeah,
same trajectory. Yeah. So I'm like, I told my wife, so this is how I'm doing it. Exactly the same way
yeah.
he's doing
Mhm.
it.
I love showing people's oldest video. You know, and
Yeah.
you get it. I'm sure your father shared this, but one of the funny ones I love watching is there's this girl named Shirley. She's a grandma with grandkids, and I think she's 87 years old, and she just got her plaque for 1 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
Why
Yeah.
why it's so cool, Lucas, is because she does video games.
Ah, okay.
Isn't that great?
That is great.
Well,
So
just like you, Robert, I'm a proud father.
yeah, I can see why. That's awesome, Lucas. So thanks for joining in. And again, anything I can do for you, let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill, for
Yeah.
sharing.
I wanted one more shout out to Lisa Marie because she is a rock star right now, if you don't know. She hooked me up with some children in Pakistan to do interviews on StreamYard and YouTube. And I did an interview this morning, and it was incredible. 15-year-old girl, Robert, who has aspirations to change the world. And she's done over 400 interviews so far.
Get good.
15
That-
years old.
That's what
Wow.
that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
It was good practice for me. It was
Oh, she was so
excellent
beautiful.
practice. Yeah, the kids are awesome. I love them. They brought out a lot in me, which
Sure.
was yeah, it was
Me
cool.
too.
So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Lisa Marie. I enjoyed it so
Welcome.
much and plan
I'm
on doing more
glad.
for sure. Yeah,
Good. Yes, they're fun. They're
yeah,
addicting.
they are.
Proud of both of you for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks. Thanks.
Get her done.
Also, Bill, I like your background. It's
Thank you.
yeah, it looks a lot better. It doesn't look like, you know, that you're a plate of food.
Oh, I have a green screen now.
Oh, cool.
So I made the background with your book, of course, right here, right? And The Greatest Miracle in the World and The Science of Getting Rich and a little paraphernalia, my new logo, the Healthinators. So
Love
I'm
it.
thinking I'm going to make a lot of videos. It's
Good.
going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Proud of you. Proud of you. Proud of you.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
Bill, you're going to find that the green screen will be a lot better for you in the background because you won't lose your face like the Zoom screen does.
It's a little more realistic for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you see with me here. This is, even though it's a blue background, if I shut off my green screen, let me.
Oh, you like blue or green better?
Well, it depends. Green screen is the general term, but if I just
I
don't
have
do it,
both. I have
see?
a blue and a green.
Yeah.
All right.
For my acting, the blue seems to pop more than the green. So that's why I use the blue more than I do the green.
Right.
So
Awesome.
But yeah, you can see
Wonderful.
more of the defined lines around than if you were using just the Zoom version, because the Zoom version, it does cut out, but it's trying to find it. And as AI improves, it will get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Bill's
Great.
looks, not only does Bill's look good, it doesn't seem to be fading in and out at all.
Awesome. Hey, how about Josh Schwagel today?
Yeah.
Talk about focusing on people that do something.
Yeah.
That man is just, I mean, and I loved all the testimonials. It's like, there you go.
Keep your
Anybody can.
keep your
That's it.
keep your imagination in the right place and bring in the right people at the right time.
And put your head down and just go. You don't know where it's going to come from. That's what I like. What Jefferson said today was you just don't know
Yeah.
where it's going to
Been
come.
a 250 for a year, and then reaches out to probably Tom and Kim. I know them very well, and just caught them at the right time. I guess there was a bunch of stuff, technical things. The guy that owns the company had one of those companies that outsources your back office.
Right.
And they started having technical problems. And the worst technical problem that you can have is when commissions are not paid properly.
Right.
So they're about ready to lose all their momentum with Savvy because of the back office.
Perfect timing.
Yep. Jefferson called them up, and rest is history.
Me and Luke were good friends with Jefferson Santos with the company that we were in.
Wow. And
yeah, we did some events together. We had lunches with them. And if I would have just stayed on him, right?
Oh.
It's a good lesson. It's a good lesson. What can be.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing is too, is when you find someone of that kind of caliber, just know I'm here for you guys. I'm always here for you guys.
Right. You are our secret weapon, brother.
Yeah. I know that if I had a conversation with Jefferson Santos, I just didn't know him. So if someone would have introduced me to him, we'll never know.
We'll never know. It's all good. The sky is the limit. It doesn't really matter. There's just so many people out there right now that need what we have.
Yeah, and with all these people and that webinar, I mean, you guys know a lot of people that all know a lot of people. What's that saying? The world is pretty small. I just wouldn't want to paint it. No, I don't think that was it, but that sounds. But Bill, I love and appreciate you, and welcome again, Lucas.
Likewise, brother.
Bill, thank you so very much. Appreciate you. All right. And I'm just letting everybody know, I just put the Zoom link in the YouTube. So because of the confusion, if you have not joined us and you're watching us on YouTube, but you want to join us here in Zoom, go ahead and click on the link that I just posted at the bottom. It'll shortly be up on the top as we transition over to Jody Falcon, who is the person who is next with her hand raised. Jody, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Oh, yay! I get to be back with you guys.
Jody, welcome. For those of you that don't know, Jody is extremely connected with her prayer power. And when we went to a later time, she just said, "No, I wanted to go back," and the connector connected with me, and it went back. So don't blame me. Blame Jody.
There we go.
Oh, did you see that shirt? Look at that. Stand up again.
So
nice.
And I'll be getting another one with the Phoenix on it. I have had so many people stop me when I'm out at Walgreens, grocery store, whatever, gas station. What is an imaginator? Oh, let me tell you. So anyway, so perfect. Robert, oh my God, I have had 2 breakthroughs that have, seismic shifts. May I share them?
Please share.
Okay, so the most recent was this past Monday, happened to be April Fool's Day. So I get this long voicemail from a guy named Jack. I don't know. So the pandemic lockdown was like 3 years ago. Okay, right? And 4 years ago, I was very active in doing vendor events at the gym that I belong to. So it turns out this guy, Jack, was a salesperson at the front desk at UFit Gym, where I'm a member, and I'm organizing all the local small businesses to come do their vendor events every month, blah, blah, blah. And he had just graduated high school. So that's like a good 4 years ago. He reaches out to me Monday and he says, I remember you, and I always appreciated how you treated everyone at the gym. And I want to be and do what you do.
Oh my God.
I mean, stop. Seriously, right? So, now he's like 23-ish years old. We've had a couple conversations. He says, whatever you do, however you've done it, send me all the information you have. I'm now an insurance agent with New York Life, maybe, or something like that. And having difficulty with sales. And they keep telling me it's all about connecting with people. And every time they tell me it's about making connections, you come to my mind.
Yes.
Oh my God in heaven. So tomorrow, so sent him Robert Hollis's isms and a couple of videos. And he said, is this how you did it? Oh, okay, fine. So tomorrow we're going to connect a little bit more. I don't know if he's coming to my house or we meet for coffee because he's local. Okay, so that was the most recent breakthrough.
Very nice. Thank you for sharing. I love that. Yeah, I love my little miracles every day.
Oh my God, this is like, oh my God. And I have to admit, even as we speak right now, I can't recall what he looks like. I mean, he was just a young high school graduate behind the desk at the gym, you know. So anyway, I can't wait to meet him in person and just give him a big hug. So let's go back about 4 to 5 weeks ago. And I like to spend a good portion of my day, it could be just a couple of minutes, a half hour, maybe an hour, with a very quiet mind. That's when I get my most profound downloads, as you call them.
Yes.
So about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I keep hearing this voice. I don't know, God, Allah, Buddha, Source, LOA, whatever you want to call it. And it's saying to me, you need to tell jokes and you need to make people laugh. Now, wait a minute. I'm a former classical ballet dancer, very disciplined. I'm a retired special ed teacher. I could not remember a joke right now if my life depended on it, right?
Thank
Okay.
God for ChatGPT and Google. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm arguing with my inner self, my inner child, little Jody, for a couple of days. All right, fine, fuck, I'm gonna give in, I'm gonna do it. So
Jody,
I go to
Jody, listen. You have an energy about you that always puts a smile on my face. And you just being you will make people giggle and laugh.
That's what I'm now being told.
Yeah, so so all this time, your identity is someone that's not funny.
Yeah.
And now you come up with this download and you tell people that I've been told to do this and they all go, Duh.
Oh my God.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
I have to tell you what happened though. What manifested is absolutely off the charts, outrageous. All right, fine. So I go to Pinterest and, I search jokes and funny sayings or whatever. And for 2 or 3 days, I post those on Facebook, get a couple of connections. Okay, fine. Oh, and then I remember years ago, I joined a group called Virtual Laughter. It's a private group.
Wow.
So I go to that group. Damn. So in my phone, now I have 150, 160 memes and jokes that I have put in my laughter album. Okay.
Wow.
So what's happened now is that every single day, randomly, whether it's Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, bam, something funny pops up and I put it in my album. It's just, wow. And it's like, I want to piggyback off of what Bill, Shoemaker said. You just never know.
Yeah, what you're doing is you're changing your identity because you get to create your imagination, and now you're
Yes.
attracting. I know that people all want to get scientific and say that's an algorithm, but I know every one of you have done this. You click on something and you watch something that you wouldn't normally watch. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It just got your attention. And then you click on it, watch it, go, this ain't for me. That doesn't stop them from filling your feed with exactly the same thing. And so I've learned to train my algorithm because I'll scroll by stuff and I'll only watch the things that I want to watch.
Yes, I do too. Absolutely.
And it's just, when you realize that you can consciously change the algorithm of social medias, but you don't think you can change your Imaginator algorithm to start bringing you the right people?
Oh, that's perfect. Yes, of course. Absolutely, of course.
Here was my biggest paradigm. Biggest paradigm. You guys, if you listen to this and it changes your paradigm, this business will be fun and easy for you. You ready? I remember when my mentor told me the first person we wanted to connect with. He said, I'm looking for people that want to make six figures. Who do you know? And he started doing all the stuff. Can you imagine if the first person that taught me this business said, Robert, you need to look for people that need help. You need to find people that really need help. Then I would have spent my whole career, which probably wouldn't have lasted long, constantly finding people that really needed help, like therapy kind of help. You see what I mean? Yeah. So it's like people constantly tell me what their problem is. It's like they go, I got all these people in my group, but they don't do anything. Yeah, but when I bring someone in like Melody, she wanted to make $1 million. That's she believed it and she wanted to be one of the people that got to say, Robert, help me get to $1 million in commissions. So what if my mentor said, hey, put a list of 200 people together and just start calling them all? Again, I don't think I would be here today, because I would have called all the people that I knew, and you become who you hang around. So I knew a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck. not super go-getters. Here's another paradigm. What if my mentor, which my very first sponsor, introduced me to a couple of guys that one guy was named Wes Martin, and he won awards for selling Britannica encyclopedias. So he taught me to go door to door to sell water filters. I sold 2. I would have quit this business. So if one person told me to call people that need help, if another person told me to go out and get a customer base. If another person told me if I didn't have any money, that I needed to beg, borrow, and steal to get the money to come in. If I would have ran into any of those 3 people, I truly believe I wouldn't be here today.
Well, thank God you are, because we need you here. Oh my God. But I have to tell you, once I started this whole laughter, belly laughs kind of thing, the connections that it has brought me to people, sincere, joyful connections. A couple of days ago, a guy put in comments, "Thank you so much. Will you be posting these about the same time every day? Because I hate my job. And when I read these, you help me get through the rest of my workday." So we had a commenting conversation, and for him, he said between 1 and 3 p.m. And I says, I promise you, between 1 and 3 p.m. Eastern, you can depend on getting a belly laugh. Well, he hates his job. Guess where that took me? I'm just saying.
When you connect with people, have any one of you ever seen, maybe not you, but have you ever heard or seen someone or watched it and you go, wow, this person talks to this person, a total stranger. And the next thing, my wife is like, in my opinion, like a guru of this. It's like she'll make someone that's a nice blouse, or I love your hair, I love your shoes. And then they'll have this little conversation, and then she'll come home and she'll go, man, I met this lady today and it was so sad. She's got 3 kids and she's currently getting out of a divorce. And her mom's named Tammy. And I'm like, the amount of information that people just pour on my wife.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Oh, absolutely, with Terry.
Yeah, because she's never judging you. And so people feel like just connecting with her, they go, this person is someone that maybe I could share some stuff with and they'll help me.
Oh my gosh. Oh, one more comment about the t-shirt. Okay, so I've been volunteering at this place called Del Mar Farm, and Claudia, the owner, it's a nonprofit, and she has, at last count, as of today, 66 animals. And so, today's Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday, I wear my shirt. I volunteer every Wednesday. And she says, oh, I got to have that shirt. I says, okay. Anyway, this summer, she has asked me, because of my special ed background, to help her organize a summer camp for some local elementary age students with autism.
Wow.
To spend time at the farm. She wants all of them to have one of these, all of the students to have one of these.
That is so awesome.
Isn't that something? Yeah. And she says it's all about getting kids to imagine. And I thought, oh, whoa. Okay. This is a powerful connection.
All it is.
Yeah. I love you, Robert. I love you,
Love
Craig.
you.
I love you, Matthew. Imaginators, I don't ever want to be vaccinated. The imagination virus is so fantastic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We do not want to be vaccinated from using our imagination.
That's right.
Maybe that's what's wrong with 97% of people. Yeah, maybe they hung around the wrong people and they forgot to be an imaginator.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you too. And again, that's why it is a sorting game. You know what I mean? It's sad to say that the majority of the people, if you ask them what their number one habit is, it would be just doing as little as possible.
Hmm.
You know, there used to be this book that was written that said a majority of the population is farmers. And this 10% of people are hunters. You know what I mean? So a hunter is going to be somebody that puts on the armor and goes out and hunts. But if you're not an A-type aggressive personality, even farmers do chores. You know what I mean? Even farmers do chores. They might not be hunters, but they take care of the land. They make the land fertile. They plant the seeds. They take care of the seeds so they can grow. It's just bizarre to see a majority of the people in the world right now just no hope and just give up. Just, you know. So it's sort of bizarre. It's really, really bizarre. But maybe if I had them do like my mentor did, which all he did is ask me to journal for 48 hours on what I did with every hour. And it was easy for me to see without his coaching why my life sucked, because I was spending all my time focused on it. You know, not watching very positive or motivating films and watching the news and oh, woe is me, and focus on everything that was out of my control, you know, blame game, excuses. Yeah, I was definitely a product of my environment. So, Greg, back to you.
Fantastic. And thank you so much, Jody, for sharing that.
Yeah, that was
And
amazing.
yeah. Rebecca Massica, good to see you. Welcome. Please go ahead, unmute yourself, and share with us.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Hi, Rebecca. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. My computer was acting out when I started, so that's why I had to move. Something was wrong.
Can I ask why you're just doing good?
Am I just doing good? I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing good. I just wanted to, it's interesting because Robert, remember when you were talking about how you went to wisdom instead of, you were talking about more of, you know, you've been a teacher and now you're just kind of transitioning into a different view of what you want to do, where you want to go, that kind of thing with stuff.
Hi, Dee.
And so
now you're a wizard.
so my thing is, when I started doing, you know, because I'm kind of going through that transition personally myself.
Right.
I have been online with network marketing and affiliate marketing, and I wrote my book, and now I'm doing, you know, YouTube with the support of Craig, you, and other people. But it's interesting, and I wanted to just share because I wanted to see if others have experienced this, because I'm sure I'm not the only one, but how you actually, it's like all of my people that usually talk to me, it's just stopped. Is
Yep.
that normal?
Yeah, it's not only normal, but it should excite you.
It kind of does, but I keep thinking about what you said, how you, and I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to stop the small talk
Right.
and go into a different level.
Just
And
just
it's not been easy. It's been kind of
oh,
different because you have people that just I've been networking with them for 4 years, and now all of a sudden I'm like, where'd you go? What are you doing? But I just think they're watching, right? I don't
they are
know.
definitely watching.
Because I'm being very authentic and real, as you know.
Yeah, and always remember that as soon as you start using your thoughts about you, see, the reason that people don't move forward is other than the obvious, but we have to sort of like be reborn. We have
Mhm.
to let go of all the things that were comfortable to us, complacent to us. And
Right.
what makes you stop moving forward is when you start thinking about what you're losing instead of what you're going to gain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
But it
people
makes you second.
yeah, because what you're going to gain is people that need to hear your voice and people that their whole aha moments and these significant emotional events will become because of what you are doing. So the only thing that will make you stop is, again, we talk about whether I don't understand it at all. I just know that there's a lot of movies out there that have Darth Vader characters when there's a Luke Skywalker character.
Mhm.
And so even in the Field of Dreams, which I recently seen a clip again today, and it's like the brother-in-law that
Mhm.
is the banker that's about ready to foreclose on their property because he's a dreamer and he's building this, right? And so if you
Mhm.
remember, he says, "This is it. You're done." And then all of a sudden, the little girl is like eating a hot dog. And right in the middle of the adults screaming at each other, she goes, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." And then he goes, and all of a sudden, the guy that's yelling at her father goes like, "Karen, that's enough." Okay, that lights up the dad and the mom. Like, I can listen to your bullshit all day, but now you're telling my daughter to shut up.
Mhm.
You've gone too far. And if you remember right then, she says, "Daddy," and now everything's quiet.
Mhm.
He goes, "What, honey?" And she goes, "They're definitely coming. They're definitely coming." And so they're like, "What are you doing?" And that's when she fell off. For people that didn't see it, but that's when she falls off the bleachers and gets something stuck in her throat. It's a really strong part of the movie because of what happens next. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the guy that wished he was a baseball player instead of a doctor immediately
Mm.
immediately did it again because he could serve people better by being a doctor than a baseball player.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like we're always got this thing in the world that we want this group to follow us because they're always there.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, when we start on this new hero's journey, they're still there. They're just like, how far is she going to take this?
Mhm. And that's what I feel. I feel that.
Yeah, it's like
Because you don't talk about the stuff that I'm talking about. normal people, normally people don't talk about it, right? You don't
Right.
talk about it.
Except, people like Oprah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
people that are worth billions of dollars and made a big impact.
Right. So I wasn't going to say anything, but it's been definitely a transition the last couple weeks. And I know I reached out to you, Robert, about it, and Craig sent me a video, but it's just, yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
transition, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay. It's just kind of weird feeling.
Yeah, those things is like, oh my God. I always tell people, I know you know this deal, but it's what's that word? Deja vu. Thank you. Deja vu for me, everyone's got a different definition of this as well. But to me, deja vu, when I feel like I've been here before, or seen this, or with the same people, to me, that's a sign that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
So it's like when I'm lost and there used to not be, GPS, and I was lost, and you're just about you're slowing down. You're not going as fast as you're normally going. You're looking for a sign. You're looking for a place to pull off to ask people if everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then all of a sudden, the sign shows up and it says, 232 miles to where you're supposed to go. And it's like, yeah. So to me, things like that happen in also another way. Now that you're with me, right?
Yeah.
In the past, there's always been a thought of following your imagination, following what you know to do, and you
Right.
go through with it because of the same things of you thinking, what are people going to say?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
now if there is this Darth Vader out there, right? What someone Google for me, but we probably could figure out our own word. What would be the opposite of an imaginator? First thought that came to my mind was a deceivator. I know I don't know any words, right? But the deceivator, number one goal is to get you to second guess yourself, get you to stop, get you to conjure up some untrue thing in your mind that makes you emotional, that, I'm getting the signals that this is not the right place to go. And because that gets you to doubt that if you continue to do what you're doing, that there is going to be an audience that shows up. And out of that audience is not only going to be, thousands, if not millions of breakthroughs, but there's going to be people that want to get to know you more and ask you, for whatever personal coaching, or want you to understand, be a subscriber of your paid program on a bunch of women that support each other because they went through something similar. So that grand imagination, not that I believe in heaven or hell. I believe that's between our ears because I live heaven on earth. But there were times in my life where whatever that energy is, I always tell people my beliefs are, and I'm not a theologian, but if you read the back of the book, we already won the war. So I don't need to say that I'm going through some spiritual warfare. No, I have to have faith that it's already won. And by believing in that, I get to experience heaven on earth. So it's a decision for me whether or not I'm being attacked. But It's real. It is very real. And it's like this thing it's this thing that happens to us all the time, and
Mhm.
all of our inner circles and even some of our imaginators now, other than Melody, which Melody hasn't been able to be on, photograph with us or hear her voice. But her bravery and courage of stepping forward is like Lisa Marie's.
Mhm.
Lisa Marie at times, when I first met her, it's like all she wanted to share with me is how Darth Vader was kicking her ass. And she didn't know how to stop it, and she didn't believe that she could come out on the other end. Isn't that crazy?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so the
I've
number
been
one,
there. I mean,
yeah,
to that.
yeah, and the number one thing that you're saying is that I love the way you said this. You said, I don't know if other people are feeling like this.
Mm.
See, at the beginning, I recalled when I listened to that Jim Rohn audio, at the beginning, to think that I was still asking questions exactly what you just asked.
Mhm.
I went, man, it seems like I'm losing all the people that made me feel comfortable.
Mm.
And
Exactly
like,
it.
and the meme that if you haven't seen it, there's a meme and this is not religious, you guys, but it shows Jesus on his knee, one knee, and behind him
Mhm.
he's got this giant freaking teddy bear.
Mm.
And then this little girl's in front of him, and he's like holding out his hand, and she has this little teddy bear.
Mhm.
And so if you
You're gonna
could,
make me cry.
if you can find that meme,
Mhm.
that's surrendering. That's surrendering all. That's give me the little teddy bear. Give me all the people right now, Rebecca, that make you feel comfortable, that make you feel. We know you don't have to do this. Could just be comfortable and be a good grandma and be a good mate to Dee. And hey, there's really nothing you need to do. But if you give me that little teddy bear, oh my
Mhm.
God, the blessings that I have for you in your life and the amount of people that you're going to touch, like Brene Brown.
Right? Right?
Brene Brown in the future is going to be asking if she could be on your podcast.
Oh, well, I just really appreciate the kind words you guys said in the chat too. Thank you. I love I love all of you, and I don't know all of you, but I drive like a maniac to get home from work because I still work out of the home. But when I knew this was going back to this time, I'm like, I'll be there. I don't care. Nothing's going to stop me because the energy that this group has is amazing. And you guys we can get anybody out of a hole if they're willing. So I just really feel that from this group. I love all of you.
Thank you, Rebecca. We love you. And
Thank
I
you.
feel the same way. I
Yeah.
honestly feel the same way. Um I know how unhappy of a person I am when I'm
Mhm.
not helping, when I'm not teaching people how to connect.
Right.
Yeah. So that would drive me nuts to just sit around and do nothing. It really would.
Right. Well,
So
thank you. Appreciate it. Love
love
you.
you and I'm proud of you and trust the journey. Trust the
I
journey.
am. I am.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. You got this. You got this.
Yeah.
All right. Two more hands just went up. Sandy Baker and Lisa Marie Cook. So Lisa Marie was first. Let's go ahead and go straight over to you. Please unmute yourself and share with us.
Hi guys. How's everybody?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great, wonderful, blessed, happy, joyful, all that good stuff. Okay, first of all, I thank you, Craig, again for helping us out, watching out for us. I appreciate you. And I would like to further that conversation just a little bit and just know, I guess maybe I should be clear about what I want to do because I'm confusing everybody apparently. Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
You're moving
Seriously.
forward, and that is the most important thing. But yeah, now you've got to point in the right direction, set your sail, as Jim Rohn loves to say.
Right, right. And Craig, I want to hear what you have to say because this does affect other people, because they're in there. You know what I mean?
Every decision does.
Right, right. But I was tickled with my decisions and I was super excited about it. And I thought it was good. I really did.
It was a
And I was
very good
excited.
video. There's no question about that. The fact that you have grown and putting together that video is amazing.
I think so. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was kind of,
So now what's most important, especially when you're doing something on YouTube, is you got to focus. What is it that you want to do? Because the way I'm looking at you, you've got Buddy's Place,
right.
and then you've got Lisa Marie, and then you've
Hmm.
got a podcast.
Oh, there's so much more though,
Oh,
Craig.
I understand that. I understand that. But what happens when you scattershot?
Right. I know. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to
Okay.
figure it out. So I'm doing,
Which
you
one, which
know,
one, which one gives you the most joy and fulfillment?
right. And I do kind of keep going back to a certain thing. So but
Okay.
when we are growing, other things kind of cross your path that maybe wouldn't have. Or
Right.
do you know what I mean?
But it's all for me, it's all about timing.
Right, right.
So it's like, taking my eye again away from the scope of the imagination that I have to look at somebody else's imagination.
Squirrel.
I think, you know what? I know what I want. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So
And
so
I'm
that
sorry.
it's one of the things is when we talked about the Darth Vader, right?
Hmm.
I know everyone has heard this. And all of a sudden you hear someone, a kid or whatever, saying, these people are being bullies to me. And the number one wisdom that comes out of that is turn the other cheek. Just ignore them. Stop reacting. The reason that they're teasing you is because they get such a big reaction out of you. Well, so in that analogy, let's saying that Darth Vader wants to stop Lisa Marie from doing what she's supposed to be doing. Well, he used to use this guy. And now Lisa Marie's going, shut up. That ain't
Right.
that ain't working anymore. So now Darth Vader's got to find another way to get you off your focus. And it's like, I wonder if I throw this at her. I wonder if I throw this at her. I wonder if I throw this at her.
I'm perceiving it just like that too.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can always tell when I'm doing the right thing because people come out of the woodwork to collaborate with me.
Hmm. Okay.
And all I say, hey, my number one my priorities in life are things that I focus on that gives me the most joy. Can
Hmm.
you please explain to me how helping you get what you want in life is going to give me more joy and fulfillment? And most people will get mad at me. instead of going, I'll tell you exactly why this will give you joy. So when
Mhm.
Matthew and Angel from Jesus Way sat across from me, I was toast. But how much time a day does that take away from my imagination? Zero.
Right.
It takes me 2, maybe 3 minutes to send them money every time that I do it.
Mhm. Right.
So
For sure.
that's how I contribute to them.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I get them to do a video every other year or something. You know what I mean? That to me is good collaboration.
Right. Right. Yeah. And I know Craig, it seems like I'm scattered, but you know what? Everything that I have been doing has been very meaningful to me, you
And
know?
my perspective, I'm sorry if that might have sounded, I don't see you at all as being distracted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
World. No, actually, I think I have been staying pretty focused. I mean,
Yeah. If
doing the
you
same
called me
thing.
up, if you called me up this weekend, I called you up and said, Lisa Marie, I really need you. What are you up to right now? And you said, well, me and Freddie haven't spent a lot of personal time together, so I rented an Airbnb on the lake and we got a boat. Is there any way I could call you back on Monday, late Monday night? That wouldn't sound distracted to me. See, that sounds to me like, wow, there's some things that I need to make sure that I take care of other than my focus on my imagination.
Right. Right. I've been out there.
Yeah, Matt's not on here because he's celebrating his wife's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Hannah's birthday. Happy birthday, Hannah.
29. Wow.
I don't know
Oh,
what you're talking about. I'm here.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that.
welcome back,
What do you
Matt.
mean?
Matt's always sneaking around. Always sneaking around.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been here for the last 45 minutes, but good to be back. We had a great vacation for Hannah's birthday, so thanks, guys.
I should have
Awesome.
figured that out because I seen in the telegram the Korgs got a
Right,
video.
we got our corgis back.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Nice to
wow.
hear your voice. So anything else, Marie?
No, I guess not, unless, and no, I just, if somebody wants to know my direction, I guess, you know, just ask me.
Yes.
Yeah, just ask me. And I kind of think I know, so
I
I'm
know.
doing the best
I
I can
know
with
you.
what I got.
I know you do. And you guys just got to be careful sometimes. It's this is another one for Rebecca, but Lisa just brought it up. Um, Sometimes the thing that we're supposed to be most focused on is sometimes not shared with the people that are closest to us.
Right.
As
This is
Terry would
true.
say, Nanya. And that means none of your business. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's things that my wife does all the time, and she does that to me, and I think it's the funniest stuff in the world. So she gets to practice on me, and I'm going like, wow, you're all dolled up. Where are you going? Nanya. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'll see you.
Cool. Cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Freaking Nanya. I
Yeah.
love
That's
it.
it's none of your business.
Yeah, I'll use
Um,
that next time.
yeah. Yeah,
See
it
how that
really,
goes over.
yeah, I'd like to share it with you, but I'm in too much of a good mood.
Well,
Okay? Because some people when you talk to them, the only thing that they're hearing is that you need help fixing something.
right. Yeah, you're right.
And that might fall more on a male than a female, because I had to learn that stuff. So when I was really young, people would ask me, what am I doing? And I said, all I want to do is make Terry happy. So then if she wasn't, then I messed up.
Right.
And most of the time, it was this guy talking to me. And she
Yeah.
was like, the only thing that's wrong with me right now is you asking me what's wrong with me right now.
For sure. Yeah.
So
You know,
none
yeah.
yet. None yet.
Right. I got you.
Ready.
Yeah. I'm in a happy place right now. I'm cool.
I can
I'm
tell.
good.
I can
Yeah.
tell.
I'm
proud
good. Yeah. Thanks, Robert. Love you guys.
of you too.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie, thank you so much for sharing. All right. Two more hands just went up, Robert. We got Mary Valchik and Sandy Baker. In not necessarily in that order. Sandy Baker was first. So, Sandy, why don't you go ahead and open up and please share with us?
Hello, hello. So
Hi, Sandy.
I'm here to tell on myself. First of all, I want to say to
Okay,
Rebecca.
Sandy, hold on.
Yeah.
We're hearing some feedback on your microphone and your speaker. I don't know
Just a
why.
second. Neither do I because I don't have anything else on.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, you're good now. Whatever adjustment you just
Sound
made,
better. Whatever
it
you clicked
works.
right away must have worked.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Did you just
So-
do this?
I just went. It was that damn entity that was on my shoulder that I've been fighting all week.
I love you. Tell us
I
what's
love you. Well, I wanted to say first, I loved Rebecca's talk because it really hit. And I wanted to tell on myself because I have not been doing what I should have been doing all week. And I'm blaming it on the upcoming eclipse, with my energy and everything like that. And I had a little heart to heart with my little spiritual self today. And I said, I don't know what the hell you think you're doing because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Although I did get some stuff out on my website, so that's good. But I haven't been connecting with people like I should have been for like 2 weeks. And so I'm telling on myself. So you guys all heard what I said. And now when you see me not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, just yell at me.
Yeah, Sandy. That is the highest level of awareness you can possibly have. Is going, man, for me wanting this so bad, I don't see the evidence of me doing that. But
Yes.
what if it was just one other thing? Okay. If you're sensitive to energy, has anyone on this inner circle, have any one of you ever had one day or a couple of days where you're not in a funk, but you're not you either? I think that everyone on here raised their hand. And that's interesting. See, again, this is this thing where it's a mystery, so things are moving and sometimes we just pause. Now, a half a day might be good for some people, a day might be good for others. But when you stay in it, all of a sudden you build this thing, which I, like every athlete, will go through a slump. And what it makes you really do, Sandy, is it makes you go through a reevaluation time and you step back and you go, am I really doing this or that or this or that for the right reasons?
Yep.
So sometimes we think our energy is off. Sometimes we think we're in a funk. Sometimes we think these things. But if you realize most of us that go through any periods of time where we're not clicking, I would say, especially for you, that wouldn't be telling on yourself. That would be more of a reflection.
That's true.
Because when you're not in the right energy or the right frequency, you're not in the tractor beam, connecting with people is a waste of time.
That is That is true. Oh, and that is very true because I know for a fact that if somebody's talking to me and they're feeling off, I feel it. So
Yes.
so I
Yeah.
know they can feel it when I'm off. So
You
yeah,
would
that's
really
true.
crack up. There was a scientific study that just came out, and watch everybody laugh at this. But now, because they've been able to brain map over 1 million people, somebody decided that we should do a study on doing brainwave maps on animals. And now there's a scientific study that say that animals definitely have feelings.
Hmm.
How many of you are like, duh?
Duh. Yeah.
Now, they say that they're so unique that they believe that animals have certain personalities as well.
Really?
And we got two brothers that, are seconds apart, Dex and Leo, and both of them are a total different description of a golden retriever. Other than to the naked eye for another person, they look exactly the same, but that's just like twins.
Hmm.
I grew up with two twins, and they do not look or sound alike. But to the outside world, they do. And so I bring that up to you only to say that I love where your awareness is. I really do. And
Thank
so,
you.
Yeah, it's more for me. I'm just sharing this with you, connected, that it's like quiet. Just go, okay, what are you trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I feel it. I'm not gonna beat myself up. What is this?
What's happening? Time to move on.
Yeah, yeah. And there's still a group of people out there that, don't believe what you believe, but a lot of people in the world don't believe what I believe.
I know. A lot of people think I'm woo-woo, but I don't care. So
No. It's like, hey, I don't know if you'd like to do a DNA test, but my DNA is not even close to yours, so I don't know what the deal is.
right,
So
exactly.
of course you don't understand
Hmm.
how I think, how I feel, how I manage the world. You know what I mean? In my own
Mhm.
perception. And yeah, so thanks for telling on yourself, because that just shows your vulnerability. That shows, your willingness to say, hey, are other people experience this? What's going on?
Mhm.
And it was funny, the last uh, Matt's on here in 2017, the very best place to view that eclipse was some crazy place in the middle of Wyoming. And so I took Matt and Hannah, his wife, and Kyle and Terry. We all jumped in the Escalade and needed to be there. Yeah. Now it's like we knew we were at the right place when it just happened to be like virtually every TV station was there. It's pretty cool, and that was especially with my family, that was a very, very unique experience. It
I,
really was. It was like,
I bet.
yeah, so
I would love to do that someday, but for now, I do have my little glasses so I can take the grandkids outside.
well, it's in 2044, that'll be on your bucket list for you to take your entire family
Yeah,
to ground zero, and you get there a week beforehand, so the prices didn't rise on you.
right, right. Yes. I'm seeing so many people with their road trip going on. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of jealous, but that's okay. I wasn't supposed to be there this time.
Uh,
Right. Thank you so much. I just wanted to tell on myself.
You
Love
you
everyone.
you did a great job. You did a great job telling on you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And by the way, Sandy, make sure that those glasses are the ISO certified. Okay, because I know that they're at least what's said in the news, they're saying that there's a lot of junk stuff out there.
Watch the news.
Kind of do, yeah.
They are certified. I did make sure of that. The only
Good.
thing I didn't buy though was the filter for my iPhone camera, so it doesn't get burnt out. But I didn't buy that.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. Thank you so much for sharing, Sandy. Dee Dee Aston just raised her hand. She'll be coming up right after Mary Valchik. Mary, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I'm really good. Happy I'm back to the me I was six months ago. So yeah, things are good. Things are great. I'm on the right path. And I know where I'm
That's
going.
awesome. Do you know the telltale signs to stop that from happening again?
Yeah, I shot Dino.
Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny to actually have this mounted in your office someplace? And it's
With
like,
a gun hole in it, right?
yeah,
So I wanted to just come on and thank you so much. And Craig and Matthew, I miss hearing you every day. So I went back and watched previous videos and just listened to what you and Matthew and Craig and had to say, and let that absorb. And I don't know what got me in a funk. I don't know what it was, but I know I don't ever want to be there again, and I won't. And it's crazy because it's something that you let in and you let it affect you so much that it almost paralyzed me to the point where I would sit down at my computer to go through my Facebook friends and reach out and message, which is not something I was ever afraid of, and literally paralyzed fear. And I don't know what it was, but I know that after listening to you guys and just the inner circle, you inner circle fam, just freaking awesome. And I just feel so much energy and love and support from everybody here, and from you. Thank you for not giving up on me and checking in when you haven't heard from me in a little bit. So and I know where I'm going. I know what I want to do, and I've always wanted to help people get what they want. And that's, I think from now on, that's my focus. And I've always been one to be able to help. And even in my corporate job, I mean, I was the go-to. You didn't know how to do something, you didn't know how to fix it, ask Mary. And so I've always been that kind of person that loves to help people. And I know that my daily choice is what will get me to where I want to go.
no
And
doubt.
I have in my head, and I've gone through what I'm going to say when I get up on stage. And I go over that a lot because that's where I see myself. And I know I can get there. And I just wanted to say thank you. And
oh, I love you, and you're welcome. I want you to look at your speech, and in a portion of your speech, I would love you to add your words and put your words blank where a name will be. Your words blank to a name that will be filled in later.
Right.
During your speech, your imagination is you're thinking individuals in the audience that are there. And it's neat to just put name to be added later. And
I'll have to do that.
And so
because I did have names. I mean, obviously.
Right.
But I like the idea of name to be added later. I like that.
So now it's like, this is the speech I'm going to give. So I have to have for me to get this position, I got X amount of people that are at this position, X amount of people that are at this position. Say, and it's like, wow, you're not only ready for your speech, but you're like, I need names to be added here.
I like that because I do. I get up every morning and I'm grateful. Every day I get up and that's the first thing I do. Thank you, say my prayers, listen to my meditation, listen to Bob Proctor, which I love that meditation that he does. Oh my God, the purple light. And I'm like, I can get there like that. So,
Yes.
anyways, but yeah, I like that. And I speak a lot to, like, my husband works out in the shop. So I will go through the house and I'll be doing the dishes. And in my head, I'm going through my speech. I'm
Yeah.
up on stage and I'm knowing what I'm going to say because by the time I get there, I won't even need to think about it because it's going to be part of me. So.
Yep. Thank you for sharing, Mary.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And thank all of our family here. And I love all of you guys. So
I love this family. They're a great family and you're part of it. So I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mary, thank you so very much. By the way, just to let everybody know, and Mary, thank you for kind of reminding me to mention it. The podcast, the latest version of the Unlimited Wisdom podcast with Robert, Matt, and I is out on YouTube. Episode 8, How to Embrace Change. It was a really good podcast.
Yes,
so
it
please
was.
thank you. Take the chance to watch it, listen to it, however you want to do it, either way. And the links are in the chat. So thank you very, very much.
I see Anthony read your mind. He says, can you share the link with Bob Proctor? And you had already done it. So that probably happened exactly the same time. That's cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anthony. Dee Dee, come on, turn your camera on, please. We want to see you.
Craig, it's funny. I'm acting like you because I can see myself. I don't know what I did. It was on, and now.
All right, try that.
I can. Can you see me?
No.
That's so weird. Well, everybody.
We saw you earlier because I was looking for you. I did see you there.
Let's see. Can you see me now?
No. Try. All right, I'm going to send you a little signal here.
Okay.
Try that and see what happens.
Start my video.
There it is.
Let me turn it around so you can see me, not my work. Oh,
yeah,
God.
there you are.
I work in a very PHI. Don't see the computer. Hi, everybody.
How are you, Dee Dee?
I'm well. I'm wonderfully blessed and highly favored. Thank you, Robert. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored and deeply loved.
Oh, I'm deeply loved.
Yep. You just start. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So somebody was saying, and I'm having to multitask because I'm still working, but it was one of the ladies. I think it might have been Mary Belichick. I am coming up on an anniversary of my young cousin's passing, and I couldn't figure out because my dad.
You lost your sound, Dee Dee.
No, I can hear her. I can hear her.
Okay. You can hear me, Robert?
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Then I lost the sound for me. So you guys keep going and I will get back with it.
Okay. And I was starting to just kind of feel in a funk. It was Mary. And I had trouble placing it. Why? And then I knew why. And so I'm still, trying to learn how to do all this. And I'm not as fast as the Imaginators. I just have to be at my own pace right now. And I thought, I said, what would Robert say? What would he do? And I said, oh, I know. So I only use TikTok to goof off, right? I don't even really care how those videos are. But so TikTok and YouTube, I just started giving people praise and letting them know that they are worthy and their thoughts are important and their inquiries are important. And it's funny because on TikTok, hardly ever anybody says anything on my videos because I don't search keywords. I just do a video. This week, because I concluded I would do it until Sunday, until the anniversary. This week, I have had more comments on my TikTok than ever. And just constantly, you know, I might say something about something that I learned here with you, Robert. But then I've been just looping back and saying, I really want you to understand just that plug-in. You are important. Your thoughts are important. And don't let, some people would say the devil or whatever, fool you into thinking that you're not important. Whoops, did I go away? Oh, there I am.
So true, Dee Dee. So true.
One thing that the preacher said at that funeral, because he was all of 28, 29, with 2 little kids. And he said, don't blame yourself, because everybody in the family's like, you know, boo-hooey. He said, because he couldn't, even the professionals couldn't help him. So that's been like weighing on me. And this is someone I spoke to too. So when he did what he did, it just like threw, I even wasn't plugged in with you guys for a long time. It just threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
And so I said, Robert would say, connect with people. And it's okay to, you know, just let people know, hey, it's okay to feel sad or unimportant. But yesterday I even said, in case nobody's told you, I'm somebody. And even if I don't know you, I'm coming to tell you that you're important. But I just wanted to come on the back of Mary and say that.
Dee Dee,
Lots of comments.
Yeah, Dee Dee, there's absolutely, of course, it's so bizarre when we're trying to figure things out that, you know, there's people that are way, way smarter than us and way, way connected than us that immediately say, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's the exact opposite of what you think. And so when I was young, oh my God, that's why I keep telling you guys to stop beating the shit out of yourself, because I was a master at it. And I tell people I was a black belt in Taekwondo. So I was really good at beating my ass. And you know, it was before. So, you know, now I can't be a mechanic anymore. And I send Terry back to Montana and send my son. I mean, every decision that I made, Dee Dee, made it worse. But in my mind, I was doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing. And the money I spent on Terry's airplane ticket to get her away from me, because I didn't feel worthy, I wasn't enough, I wasn't going to be able to take care of her the way I was supposed to, you know, was the reason I couldn't pay the electric bill. So now I'm in the dark. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, get a pawn loan on my car, and then I can't pay the payments on that. And I just kept digging a hole. You know, when we hear these things, it's hard to understand, but it's like, listen, if you feel in a hole, stop digging. And the other one is, if you're going through hell, keep going. Just, you know, don't stay there. If we do these things. And I'm sharing with this because that was when I had my darkest thoughts of not being on this planet anymore. And it was like, you know, I was just going, I don't know how to get out of this. And so I did tell, you know, my supervisor at that time, that was between me and Roger Penske. And he went to me and he goes, when do you got to go back to the hospital for the surgery? And I said, whatever day it was. And he goes, why don't you go early? And I go, why? And he says, because there's a lot of children in there that have more than just a cast on their leg.
Yep. Yeah.
And I was going, dude, he goes, you want to see courage? You want to see children that are jacked out of their mind when you get away from them and you talk to the doctor and they shouldn't be jacked out of their mind. Yeah. Yeah. And I was going, I remember saying this, Dee Dee, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. And he said, I just felt that I should tell you that. And so when I hung up the phone, I just went, I'm going to do it just to tell him that it didn't work.
Right.
What an asshole. You know? I look at myself back then, I can't even recognize myself. And I did that. And I did that. I came in there and I just said, you know, I'm supposed to come later this afternoon, but I just had a person, I'm going through some things. They're telling me I'm not going to be a mechanic anymore. And this is my second surgery on my knee. And I said, my supervisor, my boss said that I should come in and talk to some kids. And they took me to the wing. I was thinking, you know, kids that had cancer. And they took me to a whole wing, and every one of those children had a cast on one or more parts of their body. So I'm walking in there, and the first thing that they're saying is, how'd you hurt your leg? Like, oh my God, you know, it just made me like second mentor that told me to get this book. But it's
Yes.
cool to hang around, you know. So what he had me do is go to children that I would look at and feel so sorry for them, and they wanted to know if I was okay.
Yeah, right.
These little kids in a hospital. What happened to your leg? Are you okay? And I'm going like, geez, I'm just, you know, you guys know where I'm coming from, but I just felt like just like when I read that book, I just felt so so low that I was making my deal the big deal. And so, you know, right away they're introducing themselves. Hi, I'm Jill. You know what I mean? What's your name? I'm Bobby. And it's like, so what are you doing here? Well, I got to go into surgery again later this afternoon. It's going to be okay.
Right.
So, again, I'm going to them because I thought it was something that I could do for them. And they just made me feel like, you know, you have nothing to worry about. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. You're going to look back at this time in your life and go, what was the big deal? It's like whatever was being your lucky angel, you know, put you in situations, you made decisions that put you there. And now you get to reflect on what you're going to get to do for the rest of your life. Couldn't see it at the time.
Right. Yep. I just wanted to tell you your words for us if you're feeling down or out or sad to go give to someone else.
Yes.
And so it helped. Even on Saturday, I was on with you guys, and I thought, oh, you should give to Robert. You got a little extra cash. And so I did. And then I started thinking about those kids, right? The kids that you help. I don't know anything about those kids, but I know that they have situations with their parents, right? Because now I'm already thinking about my cousin, and I'm thinking about his two little kids. And I said, well, all you can do is like pay that love forward, I guess.
Oh, yeah. It's you just take your attention and put it in a different place, and then all of a sudden miracles happen. You know, so it's like it's so simple that the things that we want most in life, if we gave to others, we would get it in return.
I just had to tell you that one lady that I've been talking to and telling her to plug into the videos, she won't talk. So I just concluded she's not the right person.
Right.
But that actually, I reconcluded she's not the right person right now. And I know I was not like gun ho, even when I got to you, Robert. I was like, whatever. whatever. And so today I said, hey, because I really liked Jefferson. So I was like, I'm going to go to Vegas and see, not to the party, just in and out, same day. And so the lady who sponsored her is like, she's not going to do anything. Just forget it, walk away. I go, no, Robert didn't do that to me. So I put her in a group, and I still send the videos. And so because she wouldn't say anything, I thought, well, she just needs to be a shopper. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with shoppers. I swear to you. So I'm talking to the other lady. I never said anything to this lady. And she said, I said to the other lady, hey, I'm going to go to Vegas, because she always says, let me know when you're going to go. I said, I'm only flying in, I'm flying out. I'm not staying there. And the lady that doesn't seem like she's interested, she replies and says, hey, I can't go. And so I tell her, hey, I don't know where you stand because you won't talk. But I'm giving you all these, videos. And like after a while, I think if it's not Robert's, then go, join the lifestyle lounge so you can see what people are using, whatever.
Wow.
Robert, she says, I actually love this. I just don't have enough money to upgrade. She just said that while we've been on. And I said, hey, I'm really glad you said something. I want to take us back to Robert's videos. You don't need any money. You just don't. And I said, there are, people that are looking to make 6 figures. I said, and people that just want to be customers. You don't need any money. And I'm so glad you told me what's slowing you down. Who knows? I just want you to know you're getting through the noggin. You're getting through, Robert.
And that's, again, the reason I love this family, because I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but I hope you can imagine this. I imagine all of you, if that's where you imagine and you want to go, that you'll have your own little inner circle, and it's going to be those things where you just get to pass the lessons on. And so I not only looked for that for you guys, but when you have your inner circle, you'll notice that if you really get quiet and, again, get plugged in and stay plugged in, it's not by accident that people ask you questions of what you're struggling with. It's like it's like the great imaginator, whatever we want to call that thing. It's like I'm gonna get on here, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna love up on these people because they love up on me. I love being a part of the family. And then someone asks a question that you've been struggling with, wrestling with. And you're like, and then because you're helping them instead of yourself, you just whip this answer on them.
And that's what Mary did to me.
Are you listening to you?
Thank you, Mary. That's exactly what you did to me today. And I just like I said, I'm still working, but I was listening. And when you said that, I'm like, oh, let's talk about a funk. And so on TikTok, I'm giving lots of love.
Because the first thing we do is we take it worse. So we know our energy's not right. Things are bothering us. Maybe there are a few things that are pressing on us, that need attention. And then we weren't disciplined. We procrastinated. Then we blew off like a half a day, and then we blew off a full day. And I'll get started on Monday. Easter's coming up. And it's like all of a sudden, man, you just realize. And that's when the boomerang comes, because then you just start beating the crap out of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had this, I was being consistent. I was being disciplined. I was doing my stuff. And it's like, I don't pray anymore. I don't meditate anymore.
I don't read chapter 9 anymore. Yes. Yeah, which I read last night. I'm like, just read this.
That is being human. So instead of us beating ourselves up, when we have that stall period in our life, just know that we didn't realize, but we're walking around and we tripped over something, we don't know what it was, and it unplugged that connection. And now we're trying to walk around and trying to function without being connected.
Right.
And we're like, I don't know, the Wi-Fi signal seems really, really weak because I'm not hardwired anymore.
Right. I'm going to say one last thing, Robert. One last thing. It's time for us to go. I'm going to say one last thing. So, I help my daughter raise her son. So we 3 live here, and he's 13. The last couple of weeks, just anytime something comes up for either one of them, I'll say, well, I don't know. You should use your imagination. Let's go internally and think imaginatively versus do this, do that, do that, do that.
Yeah.
It's funny to see both of them like, huh. And for him, he'll come to, because he's homeschooled. So he's around Gigi all the time. But he'll come to me and say, well, look what I thought of. I created this or I created that. So you're a rock star, my friend.
That made my night. That made my night, Dee. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Yep.
Wow. Dee, thank you so very much. What a great way to end tonight's Inner Circle.
I did reach out. I don't know when the last time that our dear brother Jerome, I reached out to him. He's keep your thoughts and your prayers to him. I reached out to him. He left me a really nice message, just going, how did he put it? He said it with such humor. He just said, great to hear your voice. No, you're not getting rid of me. And so he said, I have to have faith in what they're doing here is the best for me. And I will be back home and back in the inner circle very quickly. So James, if you talk to him, tell him that we brought his name up and we love him. And so Craig, go ahead, close her out.
Thank you so much. And if you are friends with Jerome, share a message that you're thinking about him and sending him good vibes. Please.
Yep.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Robert. And got to give shout outs and thank yous, of course, to everybody who participated today. Bill Schumacher, or Shoemaker, I should say. It's been a while since I've said it that way before. Bill Shoemaker, Jody Falcon, Rebecca Massica, Lisa Marie Cook, Sandy Baker, Mary Valchek, and Dee Aston. Thank you guys so much for participating. I've got things in the chats, so if you'd like to get those, if you're watching us on Zoom, click on the 3 dots next to the title of this Zoom. Then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer. If you're watching us on YouTube, we will post everything in the description below the video once we are finished. So by the time that you're listening to me here, it should already be there. If you're watching the replay, that is. And thank you also to Matt Hollis. Matt, thank you so very much for being our executive producer. We love you and we appreciate you. You are our foundation. Without you, this would not be possible. And of course, Robert, bless you, my friend. You are amazing. We love you. And we also appreciate you as well. These inner circles are incredible. And why? It's because of each and every one of you participating in the inner circle and sharing everything with us. We obviously can use more people. roberthollis.com/join. Go ahead and share that link with everybody, and then they can become part of the inner circle, as well as Imaginators, which will be taking place this Saturday, Ask Me Anything at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Please join us there. We look forward to seeing you at that time. And until next time, please be good to yourselves, Be cash. Bye-bye. I'm going to unmute so we can all say so long for now.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Love you all.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,
Love
Robert.
you guys.
Fun. We love you
Bye.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jody,
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love
Bill,
everybody.
Bye.
Love you.
Rebecca,
Thank
Love you,
Santa,
Robert.
James,
Hi,
Mike,
Robert.
Dee Dee, Bill,
Bye-bye.
Deborah, I love you.
I love you, Robert.
Seen
God
the
bless.
heart, Melody. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Craig.
Hey, thank you, Beekeeper.